Video from the garage because it is the least noisiest place in the house right now, and I do believe that I have a message for you guys, and I had to get this out today right now because this is where my spirit is into it at this very moment. And today's message is about how I found my passion, and I hope that it helps somebody else find theirs. Being the baby of 5, it was very hard for me to do the things that I love to do because everybody expected something of me and everybody had their own opinions of what I should be doing. And that can be a blessing and a curse. A blessing because it's good to know that, well, there's someone out there that cares for me. Who doesn't want to know that someone loves them? But then a curse because you're trying to live up to everyone's expectations of who you should be and where you should be in your life. And that can be such a heavy burden because you cannot please everyone. You cannot do what everyone wants you to do. The only person you can please and be content with is yourself. And if you're worried about what everybody else thinks and what everybody else feels you should be doing, how will you ever please yourself? Now, my first step of getting to my passion was releasing fear. Realizing that fear was an illusion. Realizing that it was the only thing that was blocking me from my passion. Fear because I feared what everyone else would say about me. I feared what everybody else would think of me. If I were to say, well, you know what? I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm not going to say things the way you want me to say them. I'm going to say in the way that it comes to me. And I'm going to handle the consequences of whatever. That's what I had to say to myself. And that was the only way that I was able to find the truth of who I was and where I was coming from. Because I started to realize, okay, well, in some of the things of how you feel, really feel, it hurts certain people. So maybe you need to find another way of releasing or expressing yourself. Then I realized that the way that I felt about certain things really reflected on how I felt about myself. And some of these things I didn't like. And I knew that I wanted to change. And then I also realized that some of the things that I'm saying, wow, they make a lot of sense to me. And they make a lot of sense to my end goal. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to work on the rest. My second step, and it came from my first step, was to speak and build a relationship with God, invite God into my life. And in doing so, I invited everything else. When you say, I'm going to invite God into my life, it can be very hard because He's going to show you things about yourself that you never thought even mattered, things about yourself that you may have felt like, all right, I'm this way and I'm fine being this way. But no, you can't be this way and expect to get where you're going. So you have to make these certain shifts within your conscience, within your mind, so that you can go where it is that you really need to be to feel fulfilled within inside. Inviting God into my life brought me to a point where I was starting to lose friends. I was starting to sever or certain relationships were beginning to become very dysfunctional because they couldn't understand, why is she making all these changes now? This girl who's always been one way is now doing a total 360. What's up with her? And it was hard because who wants to be looked upon that way by people who you respect, people who you care about, people who you've loved for years? Trust me, it was not easy, but I had to be true to me. And that is why fear had to be banished first. Because you're going to say some things that you never said before. You're going to do things that you've never done before. You're going to feel a way that maybe you've never felt before. But you know it's all for the betterment of yourself and the betterment of your expression. So inviting God into my life was certainly a big step and a very well needed step because He helped oh gosh, he helped take me all the way down to the pit of who I am, and see the worst parts of myself that I did not even know exist within me. And then he lifted me up. He started to fill me up. He emptied me first of all of that and filled me up with something so beautiful, with the strength, with the courage, with the confidence in knowing that he's here, he exists. And that was the most beautiful thing that could have ever happened to me. And I thank him for that. And I thank all of my life experiences for that, because trust me, it was traumatic. I've been through so much when it comes to family. I've been through so much when it comes to friends. I've been through so much when it comes to myself, because of places that I put myself in a lot of these predicaments because I was looking for who I was. So let me try this. Maybe I like this. Let me try that. Maybe I like that. Oh, I liked it for a while, but it was not nearly as fulfilling as what I found in God. So now, with inviting God into my life, I, of course, went through all these experiences, changes and shifts. But now it was like, okay, now I know who I am now. My passion still. What is it that I like to do? I know I like to talk. I know I love to create. I've always known I love fashion. I've always known I love people. I love helping people. I love talking to people. I love seeing people happy because it reminds me of what I want for myself. So how can I embrace this and become this and make this energy come outwards and shine from within me? So of course, I narrowed everything down, made a list. Of course, lists work perfectly. Made a list, and I knew that nothing felt more pleasing to me than fashion, and I went for it. Oh, I went for it. But of course, I met many little stumbles in the road, and it got real hard. But what I noticed about it is my passion for it. Never let it die. So everything that I did, I realized that it was for fashion. Like, I got a job, and I realized that I was saving money to put in towards my fashion. I realized that I needed to go back to school because I'd stopped for a while in my process of discovering who I am. And then I realized that that I just still semi felt empty. And then that's when I realized that I needed a friend. I still needed someone to speak to. So who did I go right back to? God. Went right back to him. Not to say that I ever left him, but I just stopped talking to him as much because, of course, work can become a handful. And now that you know what you know about yourself, other people start asking you questions about this as well. And you start talking to them about what it means to find yourself. And that can become distracting from you spending your own time speaking to God himself. But I went back to him and I asked him, please, you know me more than anybody else. Look within me and reveal to me what it is that you want me to do. Look within me and help me find out what makes me happiest than anything else. Reveal to me your plan for me. And in doing so, he started, at this time too, I had recently bumped into a cousin who I asked to help me find something where I was working in the fashion industry. And she said, you know what, as talented as you are, you should be in school working on your craft. And then that's how I started to prepare my portfolio in order to get into FIT. So far, my portfolio is submitted and completed, thank God. And I'm waiting for the results on that. And that alone feels good, to know that you started something and you're finishing it. So to me, honestly, the acceptance I would be so very happy to get, but it's not, if not, I won't be sad because I'll know that I tried this. And maybe this is not the road that I should take. Or I can always try another school, but I started something and I'm happy about it. And I feel so proud about it that I feel like I'm gonna get it, guys. Do you feel like that way? I feel that way. Anyway, then after that, people started coming to me to do their hair. They see me and my lovely hairstyles, and they ask me like, what did you do? How did you get this look? And from there, I have 2 customers, 3 customers, 4 customers. And I started making money. Making money doing what I actually enjoy doing. I had no idea that I would enjoy doing other people's hair this much. But I actually do. Thank you, God, for sending them my way. My next thing was makeup. Do you like, guys? I didn't think that I'd enjoy something like this. I always kind of stuck away from it. I'm like, why do girls do this? But one of my favorite books is Memoirs of a Geisha. And I start to do my own thing. Beat my face, girl. And I love it. To be honest with you, it enhances my beauty. And I love the compliments I get on my hair and my makeup. So to all you makeup lovers out there, beat that face, honey. And not to say that I feel like I'm ugly without it, or you know, that I don't look good without it. I love myself underneath hair. Let's just put that out there. I do. But if I can enhance my beauty, why not? I like it. But anyway, this is how I found my passion. And I hope this helps in some way to find yours. Get rid of that fear. Stop caring about what everybody else thinks about you. Build that relationship with God. And of course, ask Him to fulfill and to make you aware of what your purpose is. He is the creator. And as daughters and sons of Him, I feel like it's our job also to create. Whatever it might be, create a speech, create a poem, create a story, create a beat, create a song, create anything, a toy. Create life, create. And also asking God to look within you and open that channel up with Him so that He can reveal to you what it is that you naturally love doing, that you would be happy doing. And trust me, money will come, but you need to deal with all these things on the inside first before you can start to see these other things come to you. It won't be easy. I won't lie to you about that. It won't be easy, but trust me, it'll be worth it. Even the people that you get into arguments with, or the people that you may have severed relationships with because of you looking for yourself and finding yourself, look at it this way. When you do become rich and famous, or when you do become the person that it is that you want to be, you're always going to find somebody, that naysayer, or that's someone who doesn't like it. But you want to know what? It won't matter to you because you've dealt with it before. And from the people who you probably cared most about. So these other naysayers are going to feel like, okay, and trust me, you got it. I believe in you. I believe in me. And I believe in God. And He wants the best for you. Trust me. But you got to want the best for you too. So this was Rima Regal coming to you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Out.